Hola amigos de Tour Rampage, ¿cómo están? Yo soy Caro Cuevas. Bienvenidos a una entrevista más que tenemos aquí para ustedes. Estoy muy contenta, muy agradecida porque, ¿qué creen? Hoy nos vamos a trasladar hasta Canadá. Vamos a tener aquí un cantautor muy talentoso. Me encantan sus canciones, me encanta su actitud y, ¿qué creen? El ritmo es increíble de todas sus melodías, sus canciones están padrísimos. Vamos a escuchar también lo que es su vida, cómo inició en su carrera artística, pero también nos va a platicar sobre su nuevo sencillo que se llama Patchwork. Pero primero vamos a darle la bienvenida a mi querido Tyler Del Pino. Hi Tyler, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Tyler, platícanos quién eres. Queremos que la gente de México te conozca, queremos que la gente sepa quién es Tyler, el por qué estás aquí con nosotros. Entonces, platícanos sobre tus inicios de tu carrera artística.
Sure. Well, I actually started music quite late, I guess, in terms of when most young kids start music. I didn't start playing music till I was about 16 years old. Before that, I was really into hockey. I was a hockey player. That's kind of my other love outside of music. But once I realized I wasn't going to make the NHL, I decided I would pick up a guitar instead. So I've been playing music now for, oh boy, over 20 years now at this point. And I've been a songwriter pretty much that whole time. Songwriting came very naturally to me. It's something that even before I played an instrument, I always had was coming up with melodies. I just didn't know what to call it. And through that, I was part of a bunch of different bands, and then the bands would release some music, and then we'd break up, and then I'd have to start a new band, and then we'd break up, and I just got kind of sick of always having to restart my band. So
Uh-huh.
I decided to go solo because I figured I'm never going to break up with myself. So that was kind of the approach from that. And then this solo career that I've been doing now, I've been going strongly probably since 2018. I released a debut EP called The Great Unknown EP in 2018, and then 2 years later, actually last March, I released In the End EP, which is my second follow-up EP, and now I'm actually currently working on my third EP, getting ready. So there's lots of music coming out, and I've been doing lots of touring across Canada. Haven't made it to Mexico yet, though, so I would really, really love to make it down there.
Sí, tienes que venir, tienes que venir. Platícanos sobre tu EP In the End. ¿Cuántas canciones son las que están en este EP? Y ¿cuál es hasta ahorita de las que tienes ahí, cuál es tu favorita, tu canción favorita?
Oh, okay. Well, there's 6 songs on the EP. I would say that my favorite song on the EP is probably In the End, which is the
Mm,
title track off of the EP.
ujú.
That one I wrote, and honestly, as soon as I wrote it, I just knew it was something special. Um, it's kind of one of those songs that just grabs you, and I'm kind of afraid I'm never going to be able to write anything that I like quite as much because I really love singing that one because it's really anthemic and it allows everybody to kind of sing in the chorus, and that's really what I wanted. I love choruses that really lift off. And make people want to sing. So that's kind of what I aim to do in my music. And that song, when I wrote that song, I remember thinking, "Wow, this is really exactly what I was trying to accomplish." So yeah, but it's a great collection of songs. It's definitely the strongest piece of work that I've ever put out, um, because I wrote so many songs for it, and we had to kind of pare down the list to figure out which 6 kind of went together. So you've got some really upbeat songs on it, and you've got some down tempo songs, some ones that are a little bit softer. I just tried to create a bit of a listening experience throughout the whole thing. But I'm really really proud of what we were able to accomplish last year. It was lots of work, but I'm really really happy with it.
Mi favorita, ¿sabes cuál es mi favorita? Patchwork. Me encanta el ritmo. Platícanos sobre precisamente de esta canción, de este nuevo sencillo, new single, de qué trata. Bueno, yo ya sé de qué se trata, pero platícale a la gente cómo fue que se te ocurrió hacerlo, cómo te inspiraste. El ritmo es increíble, me encanta. Esa combinación de mezclas entre pop, folk, country. Dios mío, es maravilloso el sonido, es espectacular. Platícanos precisamente sobre Patchwork.
Oh, I feel so good. I kind of understood that. I'm getting better. I'm getting better at understanding Spanish. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Patchwork was actually recorded at the same time as the in the NDP. We just decided to delay it because it almost seemed to live in its own world, and I felt like it needed its own spotlight. I didn't want it to be part of the old EP because I wanted to give it its own life. Um, I wrote that song kind of as a bit of an homage to my girlfriend, my partner, the mother of my new baby, who we just actually had a baby 2 weeks ago. um,
Congratulations.
thank you. And she was a single mother at 24, and I wrote the song kind of about her perspective because obviously being so close to her, I've heard a lot of her struggles and what she's had to overcome in her life, and I've always been really moved by her story, and I've always been really inspired about how hard she's had to work to push through and to get herself ahead because she really didn't have anybody helping her in those early days with her son. And I wanted to write a song that kind of lifted her up and told her story a little bit. Um, like I said, just because she's so important to me. But in the chorus, I really wanted to try to come up with a message that spoke to everyone because that was her struggle. But every single person that I've ever met struggles with something. Every single person, and it doesn't matter how big or how small. Everyone has problems, and everybody has things that they need to go through in order to shape who they are.
Mhm.
And I guess Patchwork, the imagery of Patchwork came to that global message where we think everybody has pain that they're going to encounter in their life. That's part of the human experience of living. And I think that we all have patchwork in our own lives. We all need to be able to get over that pain in order to see another day because if you can't get over it, you're just kind of stuck in this moment. And that's not what really living is about, right? We need to be able to sit with our pain, but then we also need to push on and become stronger from it. So that's really what the song was about.
Am, Tyler, ¿a quién admiras musicalmente? ¿Algún mexicano, algún cantante mexicano o algún compositor mexicano? ¿Admiras a alguien?
Do I know any Mexican songwriters? I wish I knew more Mexican songwriters. I really do. Although I will say, someone who's actually very close with, I think Alan Silvina is. I've been listening to a lot of her music, and she's incredibly talented. So I would say if you have to check out anyone, check out her music because it's really great, and there's a lot of pop sensibilities. But in terms of who I'm inspired by, my favorite band is the Beatles. I'm not sure if you can see my tattoo here, but I have a tattoo of of all the Beatles on my arm. That's my favorite band in the whole world. Um, and that's what made me want to become a songwriter. So I think that's part of why my music sounds as eclectic as it is. There's lots of different flavors in it, and that's exactly what the Beatles did, right? They had symphonic elements, they had organic elements, but at the end of the day, they were just writing great songs, and that's what I aim to do.
Um, Tyler, ¿qué proyectos más tienes en puerta para este 2022? ¿Tienes pensado algún tour aquí en México, venir aquí a México? Si vas a venir a México, tienes que venir aquí a Aguascalientes conmigo para que conozcas. En abril hay una feria aquí muy importante, la más importante en el mundo, que se llama Feria Nacional de San Marcos. Y tenemos empieza en abril, a mediados de abril y a mediados de mayo se acaba, y tenemos visitantes de 6 a 7 millones de personas y vienen artistas tanto nacionales e internacionales. Entonces estaría padre que también vinieras aquí.
I would love to come. uh, yeah, what's coming up in 2022? That's a good question. Well, I haven't been sure because there's been so many restrictions in place for so long, and it's really tough to book live shows at this point. But it seems like things are starting to relax a little bit, so I'm hopeful for the future of 2022. I'm currently recording a new EP in my studio. That's what I'm doing all day is just pretty much recording here. And do I plan on touring in Mexico? I would love to come tour in Mexico. I don't know a ton of people in Mexico, so I'd probably need some help setting some of that up. But assuming that I can figure that out, I would love to come down there and tour and meet all you wonderful people because everybody that I've met from there is just the kindest souls around. And so it just seems like it'd be a dream to come and tour there and come play music for people. Also, I can't complain about the weather either because it's incredibly cold. It's minus 35 here today, so I feel like you guys are doing a little bit better there.
No, aquí va a estar calientito. The next question. Bueno, más bien compártenos tus redes sociales, your social media, para que la gente pueda contactarte, que escuchen tus canciones, en dónde te pueden encontrar, en YouTube, Spotify, en dónde, qué plataforma te puede escuchar, te pueda seguir, Facebook, Instagram, no sé, a ver, ¿cuáles son las plataformas en las cuales te pueden contactar?
All the places. Yeah, I'm very Googleable. You can find my website tylerdelpino.com. My Instagram handle is Tyler Del Pino Music. TikTok Tyler Del Pino Music. YouTube I think is Tyler Del Pino. YouTube / Tyler Del Pino. But it's all available on my website. So the easiest way to find me is to go on my website. There's a mailing list you can sign up for there. And I'm on Spotify, I'm on Apple Music, I'm on Amazon Music, on all the DSPs. So any place that you want to find my music, you should be able to find it pretty easily.
Bueno, amigos, entonces ya saben en dónde escuchar a Tyler. La música está padrísima, los sonidos. Es una propuesta que nosotros tenemos aquí para ustedes. Él directamente desde Canadá nos está compartiendo toda su música. Escúchenlo porque realmente la letra y la música, los arreglos musicales son increíbles. In the End es su EP y Patchwork es un nuevo sencillo que está aquí presentando con nosotros. Tyler, mil gracias por estar aquí con nosotros. Bienvenido siempre a To Rampage. Nos veremos próximamente aquí y gracias a todos los amigos que nos están viendo aquí en To Rampage. Yo soy Caro Cuevas. Los veo en la próxima. Tyler, thank you so much.
Muchas gracias.
Hasta luego, amigos. Gracias. Hasta luego. Bye.
Hola, this is Tyler Del Pino coming from Winnipeg, Canada. Thank you so much for checking me out on Rampage and listening to my music. I really hope you'll go and check out some of my videos and some of my music. You can find me at tylerdelpino.com or any place that you like to stream music. I would love to connect with you, so please sign up for my mailing list or just send me a message. It would be great.
Esta entrevista es patrocinada por la doctora Claudia Ivonne Bacio, pediatra con subespecialidad en dermatología.